Hello everybody, yes I know Doom. Today I'm going to take on a SnapMap that was submitted to the SnapMap subreddit community from a new SnapMapper named thiccboi. Is there any other kind? And here he is, with 48 minutes played and 4,000, nearly 5,000 snap points, but obviously knows his taste when it comes to his armor selection. Only has 5 upvotes, but he has specifically asked for advice on ways of making his maps better. So this is Hell Research Facility. Just says uncover the USC's research and kill their demons. Very, very straightforward in true Doom fashion. Maybe a bit more straightforward than that, but we'll see what it has in store for us. Although, full disclosure, I have actually played this map when he first posted this. I may have even voted on it. I don't remember offhand. So I remember at least some of it, and we will see what we get from this. I do remember the loading time being strangely long, although this time it's not. Huh. I just did 2 previous takes that I had an issue with frames, which hopefully we'll have again, so it took a long time to load then. We will see what happens here. Interesting that Doom says I'm getting 60 and Steam says I'm getting 35 to 40 frames a second. Ah, there we go. Okay. So, advice right off the bat. Hell Research Facility it tells us what it's going to be about. I remember that being there. It fits in with sort of the Doom lore, and it's kind of a neat idea. But it's very, very, like, there are dozens of maps with a similar kind of thing. So anything you can do to make it stand out a bit more and have the same sort of vibe that you want could be good. For example, I played a map called Project Orpheus a while back that unfortunately had its problems. You can actually watch that playthrough elsewhere on the channel, but at least it did get my attention with both its title card and with its name. I don't know what this is here for. I don't know why that's there. I'm guessing you have random item spawns, which is the thing that I would personally not do, or maybe that was always there and I just don't remember. I like that you're using a different door, in part because I really hate the default doors. This is my favorite of the industrial ones. A small, weird choice right off the bat. I know I'm going to use that later, but this isn't exactly the most engaging, like, immersive, like, why am I here? What is this about? Why did I have to do that? What? Okay, so normally there were fights in here, like a 3 or 4 demon spawn, and I somehow just broke it. I had not done that before. Alright. Well, I'm sorry I didn't get to start off with combat here. I appreciate that if you're going to start us off with the shotgun, you gave us a step up and gave us not only the burst, but the upgraded burst. Oh, I forgot to do this. So this is weird. I did think this was strange. You walk into this and it says, the Marine. That's not the most immersive way of telling us where we should look, especially when it was not particularly difficult. I don't think I would have done that. I would have just left it saying nothing or access denied, and then made me figure out, oh, I have to get his card to do stuff. I do think it's strange, not bad, it's just strange that he isn't activatable, interactable until you grab the rifle, and I just don't know why that is. Again, I've got no problem with it, it's just I don't know if there's some sort of something you're trying to communicate there that I'm not getting, which is entirely possible. Oh, that's right, I can shoot through that. Another module I think I've not commonly seen used. Ooh, I could do that. We're spawning in this fight. Oh, I missed time for that. Oh well. So more advice. I'm personally not, I shouldn't say not a big fan, as though like you'll get a downvote from me or something like that, but the random armor and stuff strewn around can be really good if fights are really crazy and it's very arcade Doom. But if it's not, it's really tempting as a map maker to, especially if you're new to map making in general, to say, oh, I have control over all those things that I pick up in games. I get to decide where they go. But I find that, hold on, let me stop with my I find that unless it's like a crazy arena, they're not really. They can be kind of immersion breaking. But I might disagree with a lot, or people might disagree with me more accurately, and just want to blow up demons and not care about any sort of immersion into the story of going into the facility. But my view personally is there's more interesting and creative ways of. Whoa. Okay, another piece of advice. And that one, what I was just talking about, what I was just rambling about there, is a taste thing. It's not a hard and fast sort of criticism. Anyway, one piece of advice I can give, though, is you notice the music has started and stopped abruptly, and this is for all of you out there. You'll notice in the music tracks there are like idle, combat A, and combat B. Okay, no real fanfare here. Well, if you keep, and they're all like UAC 1 or, you know, Surface 02 or something, they're like, okay, little subheadings there. If you pick a music track, I forget what that even did, to be honest. Ah, oh, dang. Ooh, see this green light here. I have to put that button. Ooh, rocket launcher. Let's see that. Okay, another fight, here we go. But if you keep your music in the same, like, title, like Surface 01 or Hell 01 or something, and then you move from combat to idle and back again, then the game will automatically blend those tracks together. It'll bleed from one to the next, so it'll slow down just like it does in the campaign. It's already been pre-built by good old Gordon to be able to do that. I wish, to be asking too much, I wish you could do that for any set of tracks, going from idle to combat. That would be amazing. Is that quad damage or ooh, a berserk? Fuck you. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, that was cinematic. Would you stop? Anyway. I wonder, can I grab you? I forget. No. That was such a great reimagining of the classic Berserk. Anyway, but if you do that, then your music will fade between an ambient background and what you need it to be. Wait, did I not kill all the demons? Maybe he's hiding down here. They get stuck sometimes. Yeah. So, like, right there where it went down like that, it would have just bled into the ambient, and that can make things a lot better. And if you're not going to do that, you definitely want music. Like, this is super quiet and not in the chilling sort of way. It's just empty. If you look under the 2D speakers, if you don't want to do music, look under hum or air, and there's about 100 different things you can use that, especially if you pitch them up and down to get exactly what you want. I recommend down, most cases. That's kind of, why is that there? There doesn't seem to be any. See, this is where that goes. This is locked. And now my quad damage is going away. But there doesn't seem to be any real theme going on here. I don't know where I'm going. Okay, now I'm in a lab. But it's not really smoothed out. Oh, I have to press this button here. Interesting to have that floating there. Not bad. It's interesting. Yeah. I still have this, so, you know. It'd be a bad time for you. And I actually... Oh, I ran out of my quad damage. I was totally expecting that to kill him. That's on me. I mean, regardless, it was going to be on me and not the mapmaker, so I don't know why I specified that. Let's keep going. Yeah, more of the default gore stuff. Yeah! So as Z Menzel has said before, I really appreciate when map makers put their own time into like specific set elements. They're really building a set. I don't know why I'm forgetting off in this fight. I'm forgetting what the word for that actually is. Right up in your face. Okay. Oh, I forgot I had this. Can I get you from here? There. Ooh. So I remember when I did this the first time. There we go. I was excited to get this haste, and then I didn't get to kill anything with it. There were like 2 demons. Hell. So hold on. So in here, there's a core. I don't know what this does. There they are. This isn't necessarily on you. They get stuck sometimes. This little these little lower areas. I'm not sure how they detect the player. But actually, what I realize is these might be. No, they're not pre-spawn because it's a wave event. Duh. Okay. So now, I don't think I can make this, can I? Yeah, I think so. No, I want to get. Just leave me alone. I'm going to get the haste. I want the haste because I want to turn this into a saw. Come on. Come on, guys. Get up the stairs. Okay, I'll come. I'll come to you then. Like I've said before, like I made, using the HAR in particular, some of the guns too, the HAR, the default shotgun too actually gets very fun with haste, I think, is so fun to me that I actually made an entire class in Project Hamartia that was just about having this thing and having haste. And it's actually really fun to use. That was a class that was kind of a throwaway of mine. And then when I started to build it a bit more, it wasn't the most creative. It rested a lot on that and balancing. I got some more creativity out of it later because I balanced, you'd get quad damage if you shot long enough. So there's a zombie, or is it zombie? There's something around here somewhere. Gotta go find. Is he up? Oh. I guess I didn't have that already. Yeah, so I got some more fun out of him, but he was just fun all on his own. Okay. Oops. Nope. Oh, huh. Survived. Okay. Hello. Whoa. That was fun. I did it. So, now, when this happened the first time, I was like, okay. Now what? I'm in this place. And I will say, since you're asking for feedback, I know we're going to Hell Research, but I don't have anything else in terms of story or narrative, which I don't have to have. But I don't know, like what does this do? Why is this here? I get that it spawned after the. What the? I don't know this. Oh, I do now, yeah. So like, I don't know what grabbing that really did. It helps me get in here, but how does that fit into like this facility? Does everybody who works here have to do this to get to this half of the facility? That's maybe being a bit nitpicky, but you know, a bit more of a why things are happening. Just a something, some sort of rationale is always appreciated. Again, like that's, I don't come here necessarily for like the most immersive, crazy story. Well, actually, I'll be honest, I do love that whenever. Oh god, there's so many. I don't know if this is just the waves you've chosen, the waves it spawns. I think it is. I never use the wave events anymore, so I can't remember what they, what even their settings are. You can pick, because oh my god, does it seem to like, the Lost Souls right now. But that's just a thing that I would still have. It shouldn't just feel like I've got a title and a description that's an excuse to click my map thematically, but then it's just kill demons like normal without any like real twist to it. That sounds more dismissive than I mean. I think you get what I'm saying though at this point. Okay. I'm not a big. I don't know why everyone uses it. Maybe everyone's saying no, there is definitely a use for it. Come on, yes! 4 for 4, baby. But I really don't like the cold as hell module environment, except in very particular situations. Like if you're in a freezer. Oh god. A coolant area or something. But it kind of, it thins everything out. Like the variety and the color and stuff on the weapons and just everything in a way that just isn't really that fun. It adds some fog, but so do like plenty of the other things. And I have a teleporter here. There's just a lot of, I think, better choices than this particular one to use. It just flattens things out. Even just the straight black and white ones like Noir. Noir deepens the shadows in a way that makes it at least look and feel like a different game a bit more. So now I'm in hell. Okay. Oh, I'm in hell. Here we go. In hell. Good use of the impossibility module. Not a unique one, but a, good instincts as a map editor, map maker. Oops. I've messed with my sensitivity here, and I think it's a little higher than I'm used to. Access denied. Shoot that guy. I figured what I have to do, actually. Oh, I have to get the chainsaw probably first. So now I have a chainsaw. Now I punch this. Now I get these. Yes, delicious. Now we can get in here. I do love this module, so I appreciate that you're using it. I have to kill this gore nest. I don't know. I guess this was the research? Actually, you know what I should do? Who do I want to use this chainsaw on? I'll just go ahead and use on you, because you're here. Oh, is that a 3 or a 4? It's a 3. So I think you're, yeah. Crap. Alright, don't mind me. I'm just getting some ammo laying around here. I think you're a 4. Nope. Nope. Might be a 5. You're a 5. I always forget these things. I didn't used to. I should have known it's 135. I don't know why I thought it was 134. Oh, I remember why I thought that. Okay, we're good. I'm done. I specifically I gave the chainsaw to 2 of my classes in Project Hamartia. Hamartia, I think that's how you'd actually say it, but whatever. I really should change that name. It was like a working name, to be honest. I thought that was a very fitting name for like a UAC project. It has to do with fatal flaws and mistakes, kind of like a more obscure and hipstery Pandora's box kind of reference. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, but I gave a couple of them the chainsaw, but I had their ammo limited such that they only had 4 chainsaw ammo charges, however you want to describe it, at any one time, meaning that they could take out any small to medium threat, but they couldn't take out the big guys at 5, so they were not quite so busted. Or I think I had the cutthroat, which my assassin got 5, because like that was kind of his job, and then I had the why are you here? And then I had I just want to deal with you. Oh, I wonder where I got that extra gas from. But I had the Spitfire, not Spitfire, damn it. Speedy Man is what I used to call him. Quicksilver, there we go. I have Quicksilver, gets only 4. That's not his job to assassinate quite so much. Anyway, I know you. Primarily here for the map feedback. So, part of the issue with this map I have is that it's decent handling of stuff that we, fights and stuff, but it's a lot of stuff that's pre-made. This room is pretty, it's fun to fight in, but that's all just because it's a fun to fight in a room. Good waves, but it's just using the default wave thing. Now, I'm not saying you should feel bad about using prefab things at all. In fact, good use of them, I think, is a very important part of SnapMap. But I'm just saying that primarily this map hasn't had anything that feels like it's your unique contribution quite so much as slapping these things together, which is like where I think a lot of map makers start. That's fine. Like this is a, you've shown me you can make a map that does the map thing. Wait, what was that? Was that just this? Okay. I also, on all the hell doors, I would definitely get rid of, like, click the door, get rid of access denied, because that's very UAC facility. May as well just have it just, you know, just be locked. Which I'm not sure why, actually, now that I think about it, I was trying to figure out why you had these here at each door, and I thought you just wanted to have, like, a moment where we have to actually open the door, just, oh god, this is dark, Jesus. Just for whatever reason. But I'm wondering now if that's how you're triggering your fights to happen. Which is, that is a mistake, and that's a rookie mistake I can help you with here. If that's what's going on here. Because if you're trying to think, how do I get a fight to happen without that, all you need is any sort of trigger, and they don't have to be interactables. If you go under gameplay, and please forgive me if you know this, and I'm insulting your intelligence, or whatever, or you feel like it, you know what I mean. Anyway, but you can go under gameplay and see module, and you can say on player entered, you know, do this thing. You can also have a trigger volume, which you can have, make sure you have it set to turn off if you only want me to go through it once, otherwise I'll start the fight over and over again if I try to go back to that door or too close to it. Chainsaw. You the big guy? Yeah, you are. So I'll go ahead and go you. Oh, cool. I forgot I had that. Ooh. I was hoping you there you go. I'm an idiot now, but I will. Up, up. But there's just lots of good ways to do that. Ooh. That I think are a bit more immersive, and that way, not the more you can also have it on the door opened, which is problematic. And that way, you don't have this weird thing that I was noticing where, like, the lockdown would start, and I'm outside the lockdown, and I, as the player, choose to walk into the lockdown. Which, I mean, I'm here to kill demons and chew bubblegum, so, you know, I will do that. But still, from, like, a story and immersion standpoint, you know, why would I? Or at least it's a thing you can avoid. It doesn't feel like, it's kind of weird to say, oh, the demons are trapped in there. Better go get them. Fancy footwork. You did not expect that, did you? Ah. Wait, how many of these do I have? Just one. Okay. You know, I really wanted to make a map that was centered around, like, thematically, you being in, like, a very heavy suit. Like, or think like Jinro kind of stuff, where you're, like, super armored up, kind of slow, heavy weapons, like half mech kind of thing. And what I wanted to do was make the player slow, which I know is always risky and kind of anti-Doom, but I absolutely believe you can do it. Because slow can make you feel like a powerful motherfucker. Like, don't let me get close to you, or especially if you're slow and you're tanky and you're tanking a lot of hits and that doesn't matter. Like, that's why, like, mech games are fun. Like, it's not about, well, some mech games. Good old Armored Core is all about the mobility. But, you know, it's, you're tanking it, and half the fun is the I don't give a fuck. You know, rounds pinging all off of you. And what I really wanted to do, and I'm so sad we couldn't do this, because they didn't include a on movement pressed or something like that player input option, is whenever you'd move, I was going to have a repeater, like, clanking as though you had, like, super heavy footfalls. Oh, there's a BFG here. How about that? I don't know why I looked and saw, 2 BFG ammos sitting there doing nothing. Anyway. But the reason I went off on that tangent, in case you guys are wondering, am I having a stroke, is because this thing is such a good, like, heavy, thumpy, like, it kind of makes me think of, like, the chain gun in Titanfall that the Titans use. Like, it doesn't just feel like an assault rifle, it is a heavy assault rifle, it feels like you're firing some high caliber pain out of this thing. And I really wanted to do that, but I just don't have all the tools that I wanted quite the way that I wanted. Okay, that was a waste. Oh, I have the BFG. stuff. Ah, my face is itching. Oops. Been cocky there. Wait, oh, this is the beginning of 4. Is what's going on here. Ooh, a Baron. I mean, of course a Baron. I don't know why I'm surprised. Go away. Oh, I can't see. I'd also say be careful with the BFG, because unless... yeah. Be careful with the BFG, because even though everyone's like, oh yeah, the BFG, some real firepower, it's also kind of anti-fun in a few ways, unless you use it in the right places, because it's like, oh, I can fight all these demons like I booted up Doom to do, or I can press a button and they all explode. And it's not quite that bad either. Like, my Corruptor class in Project Marcia, I guess I keep name-dropping my own projects right now, uses the BFG. It's on a cooldown. It's like a one-time use kind of situation. There we go. So you can do it. It's just, I don't know. I think you have to be very intentional at when you use it. I like having it on, like, one-time use, cooldown, where, which is a lot more complicated to set up. Where it's you have to be very intentional when you use it. It's like when you use it, you are not going to have it for a while, so you have to use it when you are desperate. That's just my view on those kind of things. So overall, I'm actually not going to vote on this map. I hope that doesn't seem rude, but I don't want to give out upvotes too readily. Although on the one hand, now you know what, I will. Why not? Sure. But I don't want to give out upvotes too readily, I was going to say, because I want them sort of be indicative of, in fact, maybe I shouldn't have done that there. I like to abstain sometimes. I feel like we're between the two. They really should have given us a 5-star voting system, not just upvote and downvote. Anyway. But, like, that absolutely did not deserve a downvote at all. I'm not suggesting that. But, I think the issue there is it's competent, start to finish. There's a map. Things happened. It didn't break. Except for the very beginning part. I'm not sure what happened there, but, you know, whatever. It's 3 less demons I got to kill. That's minor. I would say that for advice, if you're going to have a theme, if you're going to have a story, don't abandon it. Actually roll with it. So, and don't go for the minimal set pieces. Like, I grabbed that to teleport. I grabbed the power core, and I needed to go through the door. But it was just kind of like here's a tiny thing in the middle of this room that you got to grab. I'd also tell the player that, hey, you have to go there, because it may not have been obvious. Hey, this thing is now a place you have to get something from, not an empty thing you have to put a yellow core in later, like the player might have thought when they first saw it walking around in that fight. I think I did the first time even. So like point the player more. But don't go for the minimal set pieces. In fact, I'd say even fewer rooms with more attention to detail in each room. Make each module feel unique. Not just assembled, but actually like curated and built into. Don't be afraid to use a lot of the pieces like the blocking volumes. If you open those up, you can set textures for those, and actually if you press E and Q for PC at least, you can cycle through a bunch of different textures they have. Adjust some of the music, and really just see what you can do to take, now that you've mastered the basics here, see what you can do to take it to the next level and make it your own in terms of story and experience and all of that business. Anyway, so that's my advice. I'm trying to think if there's any last things that I wanted to say, but I'm not certain they are. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this was some useful commentary on just map making in general, and I hope that you and anyone else listening would be curious to poke through some of the other videos. And um, yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, I guess subscribe, um, if you'd like. So yeah, thank you very much.